we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bengals and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his fifth year now, Jalen Hurts.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 52 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
To the air again, Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Moss looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Moss again.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal, Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. There was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Now a toss right to Barkley. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Here we go.
At the 40-yard line.
180. 180 shot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers.
The Bengals sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11, mighty. God.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
11, 11, 11, 11, Thomas. 11, MT. 11, 11.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati.
41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he's across midfield to the 48. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 36. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Again, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
This short throw caught by Goddard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll throw now on the final play.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's across midfield to the 48. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Burrow looking to pass.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
2nd down and 8.
Second down at the 31-yard line.
Now back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Rodgers on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Over the middle, complete. It's Campbell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing is Hurts. Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Eagles, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Right here could be the turning point.